Lockyer on the outside is trying hard. Cool Moon in front. Lockyer's coming home strongly. Cool Moon in front from Lockyer. Lockyer or Cool Moon, hard to line them up.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's preview. Thanks to everyone who wished me well last week. I'm all better now, but I have struggled to do the form for this week in terms of struggling to find the winners. I think it's a pretty tough winter's day, so we'll get on to the Fan Cup now. No leaderboard to show because literally no one has won yet in the month of July. So if you want to automatically jump straight to the top of the leaderboard by winning, then you can do so by commenting your best bet down below in the comments section. Following these rules, I'll also be doing a live stream tomorrow, Friday, 4 p.m, for the Flemington card. It seems as though I'm going to be doing form for all 9 races on the Flemington card tomorrow at 4 p.m. because I don't have any horses currently in my preview. Speaking of the preview, let's get on with it. Kicking off in the first at Rosehill with a bit of value. Race 1, number 6, Alphard. 0.75 units to the win on at $8.50. This was Alphard's most recent run at Canterbury behind Sapphire Rose. This was in a 60k 2-year-old race. And it ran pretty well here. It was on debut and it was able to take a position right in behind the leaders and probably should have finished a bit closer. Don't know whether it would have won, but once it got out, it definitely was starting to build momentum, and through the line it was very strong. It steps up to Saturday grade, so we'll see how it goes, but I don't think there's any standouts in this 2-year-old race, and I think Alphard can position similarly again. From gate 1, hopefully box seating, just needs luck in the straight this time, and I think at $8.50 is over the odds. Race 2 in Sydney, it's a midway, and I'm with horse number 6, Harry's Bar. 1.75 units to win on this horse at $3.70. This was Harry's Bar's last start run, also at Canterbury. This was behind Denman Star and Hanau, who finishes second and has come out and won again since this performance. So the form stacks up. Harry's Bar SP'd good on this day, starting the $3 favourite. Look, it got a nice run and it had every chance, but the horses that finished in front of it seemed to be coming down the middle part of the track, and Harry's Bar was sort of stuck towards the inside a bit there. John Van Overmeer sticks. I just think third up now, it's ready to show its peak performance. Up in distance won't do it any harm, I don't think, and from gate 5 maps for a similar run again. I'm with Harry's Bar in the midway. That's meant to say race number 10, not race number 9. I'm with Bunker Hut in the last. 1.75 units to win on at $3.90. This was Bunker Hut's last start run at Rosehill in a benchmark 88 over 1200 metres behind Cloudland. It's running on Saturday in a benchmark 88 over 1300 metres, so it faces a similar class and distance to what it faced on this occasion. Had a clear excuse. It was first up and stuck 3 wide, no cover. Just didn't have the fitness to go on with the job. Now it's second up where it's fitter. Although second up in the past, it's never won from 5 starts. It's run 2 good seconds, so I'm not too worried about that. It's now drawn gate 1, so Regan Bayliss can be right on speed on this horse. With a bit of cover this time, and I think Bunker Hut is good enough to take out the last at Rosehill on Saturday. I'm with Bootlegger again in race 5 at Morphettville, the South Australian size produce stakes over 1400 metres at Group 3 level. This was Bootlegger's last start win at Gawler in a 2-year-old Class 1. There were 2 clear favourites on this day, Violet Lovebug and also Bootlegger. They cleared away from the rest of the pack, finishing a clear first and second, and Bootlegger clearly put Violet Lovebug to the sword here. It had every chance to do so, got the leaders back and got the gap at the right time, but just looks like a really good horse who will take improvement again, now third up. There's 3 clear favourites in this race, Volcano, Bootlegger and Ethereum Girl. I think Volcano's win on debut was very good, but that was on synthetic, so little query going on to the turf. Bootlegger, we know what it's going to do. Gate 6 gets to midfield and runs on very strongly. And Ethereum Girl comes to a listed race where it ran well, so it's going to be hard to beat. But I do like Bootlegger in race 5, going with it again. Hopefully it can win. Now it's time for Let It Ride. This is actually going okay. Caladan got a place last week, even though it didn't win. So now we're sitting on 2,946, I'm pretty sure. And this week I'm having it all on Bootlegger to place. As I said, giving my thoughts, there's 3 clear favourites in this race, and All Bootlegger has to do is run top 3 to return the Let It Ride again. So overall, that looks good. Hopefully from that midfield position, it can be charging home with the likely solid speed up front and at least get top 3. So that's what we're hoping for and Let It Ride this week. And I've chickened out a bit here in the first at Eagle Farm. I'm with number 14, Fragile Love, 0.5 units to the win on at $6. This was its last start run at Sandown. Over the 1,000 metres behind Impish Lady and Bella Cinque, got too far out of its ground on this day and it was no chance of picking up the horses on speed. Since this run, it's been transferred to the Matthew Dunn stable, still racing in the same colours, so they haven't let it go. They've just changed trainers, and I think that this could spark up this 4-year-old mare by No Nay Never. The thing she has to overcome is gate 12, likely to get back, and it's going to have to run past all of them only at a 1,000-metre race. That's the only small query, but I just think the stable change could do this horse wonders, and at the $6 mark, I don't want to be not on it if it wins. We'll finish off with Drift or Firm. If you're not familiar with this, I'm going to be predicting whether one of my horses that I've got in my selections will drift and one of them will firm. So this is pretty much targeted at people who watch my videos to get selections. If I think it'll firm, I advise you to take the price now. If I think it'll drift, maybe wait until the day. So I haven't been too good though these past 2 weeks. I think the 2 I've said will firm have drifted and the 2 I said will drift have firmed. So this week I think the horse that'll firm is Alphard in the first at Rosehill. Look, I'm looking at all 5 selections. I wouldn't be surprised if all 5 drifted, to be honest, but I just think Alphard, the market will know where it's going to be in the run and the excuses it had last start. So I think it's going to start shorter than the $8.50 mark, and then the horse I think will drift is Fragile Love. Just the market knows it'll get back. It's drawn poor. It's going to settle back. Again, I'm not saying that's bad, although I would like to have seen it drawn a bit more inside. I don't think that's bad. I just think that's why it'll drift. So Fragile Love, I think will drift. Alphard in the first at Rosehill, I think will firm. So that's Drift or Firm for this week. Thanks everyone for watching this week's preview. It's going to be a 6.5 unit spend at the moment. Hopefully some more selections on the YouTube community tab on race morning, but we are deep into winter racing now and I can't wait for the spring to come back, to be honest, so we can have some more selections and I can feel more confident. Thanks everyone again for watching. Until next week's preview, bye for now.